we are live? Yeah. Has joined. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rupali, and welcome to Poesy Tales Open Mic English. Poesy Tales is a group of writers, authors, and poets. It's a trilingual group, you can say, because poets, writers writing in English, Hindi, and Marathi are members. Poesy Tales is always encouraging the members of the group by organizing prompt challenges regularly and also organizing open mic independently for each language. Today we have many distinguished guests as participants. So without further ado, we will start with the open mic. And I would like to welcome Miss Vipin Kamble ji first. Before she recites her poem, I would like to introduce her. Vipin Kamble ji is from Mumbai. She's an environmental sustainability professional. She has been writing for more than 20 years. Her books on environmental education for rural people, Panchayati Raj एवं पर्यावरण, Panchayati Raj एवं पर्यावरण Prashnotri, are published under the Ministry of Environment and Forest under the ENVIS project on Panchayat Raj. So, Vipin ji, welcome. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Thank you.
Pleasure.
So I will not take much of the time of you all. As you said, being an environmental sustainability professional, I have written something about that only because I write sometimes on the same particular topic. It feels and it makes me connect more with the nature. So title of the today's poetry is Nature's Whisper, connecting with outdoors. Mother Earth silently whispered and shared their concern. She is a soft spoken and humble to share. Rolling leaves present a tranquil lullaby under the sky. Nature has its verse and rhythms. Each twig and blade presents a testimony to time. Flowing water rhymes the stories of historical times. Murmuring woods and chirping birds sing a chore of time. Each tree is a guardian angel, protecting the earth by deeply seating its roots. Each leaf is a piece of paper scribbling a sacred words. They reveal nature's secrets to protect all of us. Protecting the environment is a sacred art. Sustainable development is a today's call. It's a harmonizing with earth with modernization. We are constructing sustainable homes by utilizing rammed earth and salvaged materials, reforestation and social forestry to make the right, the wrong that has been done in the past. Every brick we use, every tree we grow, every road we make, and every seashore we clean must be done in harmony and peace with Mother Earth. We learn to remember environmental protection, do the right, and rectify the wrong. Stand together, walk together, listen to the nature sectors to protect our tomorrow. They always guide us outdoors, whispering with the wind blown, embracing nature, safeguarding the earth, dwelling in harmony and care, protecting nature whispers. We are embracing them and finding our ways. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. It was very nice. And the way you you can say analyzed, as well as the creativity as an analysis. It was a beautiful blend, and the detailing which you did, and the metaphors which you used, like the tree being a guardian angel. The flow
जी.
was excellent. बहुत अच्छा.
Sometimes being a professional of the same particular field makes you connected more to the nature, and I being a field personal, I had been to the field for years. So sometimes I used to observe the things, and being a poet, sometimes these things comes in a rhythmic way, and today it has come out like that only.
Now we move on to the next poet, and she's a very distinguished and a very talented poetess. I've always enjoyed reading her work. She's Dr. Sudipta Mishra ji. Sudipta Mishra is a multifaceted artist and dancer. She has woven more than 100 books. Her third book, The Essence of Life, is credited with Amazon's bestseller, and her next book, The Songs of My Heart, is scaling newer heights of glory. She has garnered numerous accolades from international literary organizations like the famous Rabindranath Tagore Memorial, Mahadevi Verma Sahitya Shiromani Award, Powerful Women Award, and so on. Welcome, Sudipta ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rupali, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yeah, please continue.
Thank you so much for the bio. That is such a nice introduction. Let me share my poem here. So, the title of my poem is, let me ask a question. Is there any law of love? I think there is a law of love. Okay. So, let me share my poem. The laws of love. Unaware of the rules of love, I fell in love, but failed to know the grammar of love. Hence, I lost my life. In my pure world, loving you was like living in a glorious dawn, like dreaming on a bright night, like inhaling the essence of blooms, like splashing in a pool of love. Never know the game of prison. In my lawless sphere, I drifted away from this mortal realm, like living in those bubbles of my fragile hope, like the sun and moon have their own rules. Laws are framed in the cosmic book of law. In the galaxy, you can trace no flaws. In this physical world, laws are framed by the makers, and I failed to submit to the crumbling rules. And now, in a state of ruins, I know the end. I only blame the law of God Cupid, who, with folded eyes, struck me with the arrows of unquenchable desires. It's over. Thank you for listening to me, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, beautifully penned, and the flow is always good. The imagery, very nice. I would like to welcome Dr. Rakesh Chandra sir. Dr. Rakesh Chandra is a former civil servant who has completed PhD in law from Lucknow University. He has 4 collections of English poems titled Moon is Black, Circle of Life, The Sunset Musings, On the Wings of Clouds. Also, one collection of Hindi poems titled Mere Shahar Mein, and a book on Rekha Chitra titled Bechehre Wale Log. His English poems have found place in different anthologies, poetry journals, and newspaper literary supplements. He has also authored 3 books on law. There's such a wide experience and a repertoire of published work, and his ability to express himself on in different topics. We are very eager, sir, to listen to you. And today, what you'll be reciting.
Thank you so much, ma'am. My Today I am reciting my poems from my first book, Moon is Black. This is my first poetry book. Long back, I have written these poems. The first poem is I Am Not an Island. This is the title. I am not an island. While lying on the bed, fever struck. I was all alone within the solitary precincts of my house. Outside, the din and noise of tiny tots playing cricket on the road came pouring into my ears regularly. And there was no dearth of voices from beneath my floor. I heard frequently the familiar sound of motor vehicles whizzing past the curb in front of my house. I also tried music and books to stave off the dreaded specter of boredom and loneliness. I remembered my friends, my pals and acquaintances, but nobody came. Music was there and books were there. Noise was there and houses were there, encircled by the people yet alone. My heart cried and cried so often, come to me, O my dear ones, I am not an island. Thank you.
Very insightful and very thought provoking, and somewhere the experience and emotions a person goes through. You have expressed it so well, and the words and that statement, that line, I'm not an island. It,
Yes.
it really, a person will think, any reader will think and imagine himself or herself in that situation. And even if someone is not going through that, beautifully
Now,
penned, sir.
one thing is very interesting fact because that poem was written almost 30 years ago when I had just joined my service in a remote place. In that period of time, there was no dearth of time for anybody, like in the modern times. Now, everybody is so busy that they have no time for each other. But the things remain the same. Even at present also, if you are ill, feeling bad or ill, or you see uh, sick, hardly one or two people will come and they will just casually ask you what is going on, and they will run away. So things have not changed. Even there was
Yes,
time, and there was no time. So that is
yes,
very interesting observation, ma'am.
yes, true. Even in technology, even if advancements have been made, then too, as you said, and loneliness on the contrary, even in cities now, crowded cities, as you have put in, it has really
That
increased a lot in spite of
more
people
there
being
in the
around.
city.
Yeah,
Yes. This is city bred disease,
yes,
loneliness.
yeah. Now we move on to our next participant, Dr. Subuhi Jafar. Dr. Subuhi Jafar was born and brought up in Varanasi. She's a young and dynamic trilingual poet and writer, also an oncologist by profession. She is currently working at Apex Hospital, Varanasi. She completed her schooling from Central Hindu School, BHU, Varanasi, MBBS from Government Medical College, Haldwani, and post-graduation from Delhi. She was interested in literature since childhood and wrote her first poem and shairi in class 8th. So we are very eager to listen to you also, ma'am. And please, the stage is yours.
Thanks, dear Rupali ma'am, for such a nice introduction. And I am blessed to share the stage with such eminent poets and strong personalities. As we all know, irrespective of victims and accused age and the incidence of violence against women is rising nowadays. So, what I feel, rather than telling our girls what to wear, how to behave, when and where not to go, we should teach our boys how to behave. So my first poem is Raising a Son. So it's a responsibility of parents to raise their sons in such a way that they treat girls properly. So the verses of the poem are: Raising a son is a mission. Make sure you don't breed a monster. Make him aware of those disturbing elements. Let him know what affects you as a mother. Raising a son is a special task. You need to understand him as well as ask his views, opinion, and impressions of a damsel. Let him know what affects you as a girl. Raising a son to be honest and true, it's not only about what he pursues. Thread him with love and intellect. Let him know what affects you as a friend. Raising a son to chase his dreams, guiding him to be ethical and genuine. Ask him to remain upright as well as sweet. Let him know what affects you as a colleague. Raising a son is like planting a seed, watering it with tender love to be the best breed. Navigating through joy, conflict, and strife, let him know what affects you as a wife. Raising a son to be kind and brave, to take a stand for what's virtuous and precise, to be respectful, high-minded, and behave. Let him know what affects you as a female. That's all. Thank you.
You have touched the right
Thank
chord.
you.
This is at the root of the problem, because
Yes.
mothers never teach their sons how to behave with the women folk in general, right from the
Hmm.
very tender age. That should be brought into the, you see, teaching system. Mother is the first teacher, and then in the schools also. This is not being taught by the mothers to their sons, and sons are already, they are considered a superior class, right
Yeah,
from
that's
in
true.
every household, in every household.
Hmm.
So that is, you have touched the root of the problem. Unless it is done, law comes secondary. So law is the, you see, meant for the punishing the culprits. This is not a
But
preemptive effort.
punishing a culprit is not the punishing. Sorry to interrupt, but
Yes.
punishing the culprit is not the solution. We have
I
to
am
tell
saying,
our boys
I am
that,
saying that.
yeah,
Yes, I am saying, I am repeating the same thing. I totally agree with you. That is that is why I said you have touched the right chord, because there lies
yeah,
a solution.
Yeah.
These laws are, you see, changeable. Sometimes
yeah,
it is law less, you see, stringent. In the future, it may be more stringent. But who is going to teach young boy or a young person to behave, how to behave with the women? That can be only done by the mother
mother.
at her home,
Hmm.
at her home, when the male child is a toddler. Right from that age, he should be taught how to behave with the women. But that is not being done. That is the real, you see, current state of affairs. So you have
Yes.
Yeah,
rightfully said, you see, very touching. Your expression is very touching, and your need of the hour is to repeat that
thank you, sir.
feeling through poems, through
Thank
literature, and everything.
Yes. That was a wonderful poem, Dr. Subhuiji. And
thank you, ma'am.
actually, as Sir said, it's very important right now, because everywhere, like, we it's naturally like, women are taught, girls are taught to adjust. It's a very, especially in countries like in our country, India. But
Yeah,
respecting a woman, the attitude, and no, also developing the quality of empathy, trying to think from a point of view of a woman also, like, so
yes,
somewhere that is very important. And through your poem, you have really put across these thoughts very well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now we move on to the next participant, and I would like to introduce Somdatta Mitraji. Somdatta Mitraji is a very talented and talented poetess, and she can express herself very well on different topics. I have read some of her works, and she can really weave beautifully about, and she can express herself about in different topics also. She covers lots of topics. And this is a brief bio. I will begin with that. She has been a beacon of light for her students in sustaining her creative writing workshops and tutorial since 20 years. Blossoming in the poetic fraternity, she accomplished 1567, that is 1567 anthologies. Heartstrings and Echoes, The Poetess, Affinity, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, 4, She the Powerhouse, and The World Beyond the Den. Her recent metamorphosis with her debut solo book, Spectrum of Emotions, published by Writers Corner Publication, is a color palette of life and emotions that defines an individual's perspectives and experiences. Now, today, I would like to I have already introduced Somdatta Mitraji, and all of us will, I think, be happy to know more about your book, which is recently released. Somdatta Mitraji, yeah, over to you.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful and splendid introduction by Rupali ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And before I begin, I would like to thank wholeheartedly to Anupama ji for raising my spirits, raising a kind of confidence in me over the several participations in this platform, giving me a kind of hope that poetry really enlightens life. So thank you, Anupama ji, for giving me this platform to really share my expressions through my poetry. And I would like to share the book cover of my recently released, I hope everybody can see this properly, uh, recently released book. This is my debut solo book. uh, this is the book cover. This is the back portion. uh, I would like to relate a few lines about the book. It is like an autobiography I have written. Like we all know how we write an autobiography. It is about our life spectrum, so many colors we enjoy, and we really relate to our spirits, our experiences over the joys and the sorrows, over the adversities as well as the achievements, over the happiness as well as the pain. Everything is a confluence of a journey that a poet travels, because unless there are several spectrums of these colors, a poet cannot really rise up to that level. So this has been a kind of relative feelings and emotions, where at times I have been affected by my situations, where I have been really grateful and blessed over the people whom I have come across, over the experiences, over the kind of injustices at times, over the kind of new people coming into my life, giving me a lot of happiness, giving me a lot of experiences. I also have learned through this journey. Everything has been enveloped into this the spectrum of emotions. It's like a color palette to me. I hope it will be a color palette to all of you who will be reading this. So my first poem, I will be relating it this from my debut solo book, Spectrum of Emotions. It is about Ubuntu. Ubuntu means relating to humanity. So since I have dealt with several subjects, like humanity is one among them, then about women empowerment, about children, because I love children, being associated with children, then there are pains, sorrows, agonies, so many things are there, nature, then about the injustices, social injustices, discriminations, everything has been embossed into this palette. So I will relate this to one aspect of our life, that is Ubuntu, that is humanity. So the title I've given is Restoring Ubuntu in a Staunch Commitment. That temple where the bell rings of a conscience in a spiritual bliss, all refresh the nefarious instincts, all comprehend the righteous thoughts to unfurl, the compressed societal dogma that jolts. The sprinkling of the holy water in a compunction restores the intellection and veracious resumption, to purify hearts in a river of atonement, to challenge the world, to refurbish peace and solidarity. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, exclaims the metamorphosed voice. The world is zealously anticipating a splendor. In that paradise, must the birds chirp in a contentment, observing the tender hearts to care for Ubuntu in an enchantment. Voila, with complete understanding over this inspiration. The interdependence of rights over love seem to be a magical replacement. In religion and philosophy, Ubuntu is supreme in each ideology, to replenish hearts with divine appreciation, respect, and honor, uplifting the strong goals to sustain aids with compassion and whisper. Emboss Ubuntu in its true spirits, with prayers, care, embracing those who are deprived of love. May the staunch commitments for humanitarian causes color the world on receiving abundant happiness. In such a paradise, let the animals roar in freedom in the journey of existence. Humans hoist the flag of Ubuntu in a sensation. Thank you so
Very
much.
nice. What is the, you see, just repeat the title of your poem,
Yes,
Ubuntu.
sir. Yes, Ubuntu.
But is this English or Bengali word?
It's an English poem.
English.
Very nice. And congratulations, first of all, to release your book. And every first book, I think, for every author is very special. And we wish you all the best and wish you many more such books.
Thank you so
And
much, Rupali ji. It's definitely what you said. It's an excitement for each author for their debut solo book release. And I am really cherishing those moments. Uh, I would like to relate the fact that I'm privileged and honored to invite our very talented poetess, come our host for the evening, Rupali Goreji, over the mic. Before I transfer the mic to her, definitely I would like to relate a few lines about her, because unless I relate this, it will be an incomplete mission for all of us. Rupali Gore Lale is a Mumbai based poet and writer. In May 2024, a debut poetry book collection titled Calms and Balms released worldwide on Amazon, Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and Evans Pub as a paperback and as an ebook. Rupaliji believes that poetry is the calm and balm of her life. She loves to write in different poetic forms. She also loves to express herself by writing short stories and essays. Her work is published in national and international anthologies and online magazines. She likes to recite poetry, which motivates her to record some of her work as a spoken word poetry. Some of her work can be read on Instagram, Rupali Dili Gore, and Facebook page Rupari Gore Lale. So I am exchanging the mic with Rupali ji. With this cordiality, the mic is all yours, stage is all yours. Please gift us with your splendid poem once again.
Thank you so much, Somdatta ji, for such a beautiful introduction. Today, I'll be reciting one poem which I had written for the National Poetry Writing Month in 2024. And it's titled Revisiting My Travel to the West. When the summer is unkind, a cooler place I have to find. The house plants are green pastures, making homes cooler with verdant textures. They are friendly beings of nature. They are friendly beings of nature. Living in solitude is easier. The money plants signify prosperity. The cacti are tenacious. I travel with them to the west. I visualize the vast deserts of Arabia. I can feel the unstable seat when perched on a camel with a hump. Riding a camel initially stumped me. Gradually, I settled with grace. I was grateful to the camel for the caring ride. The beep, the beep on the phone ended my nostalgic ride. It was a beautiful turn which filled the urn of the day with happy memories. Thank you.
Like an explorer, I was significantly holding my binocular and watching you, and really feeling the spirit with the vivid imagery you have related in this beautiful poem. This is a nature poem, and I could consistently relate to the imagery. So, thank you so much for giving us this delight.
Thank you so much for appreciating. Thank you. With this, we reach the end of our round one. And what a beautiful round it has been. Now, we proceed to round two. Now, before we proceed to round two, I would like to thank, first of all, the founder of Poesy Tales, Anupama Kadwadji, for always being so encouraging to all the writers and organizing and initiating so many different projects. And we all, as members of Poesy Tales, absolutely enjoy participating in the prom challenges and open mics as well. And at the same time, I also thank the admin team members, Ajay Vermaji and Kunda Mamji, for being so supportive, and they are absolutely talented in their writing as well. And their presence is also very motivating for all the members as well. Now, I would request Vipin Kamleji to recite her second poem.
Um,
Yeah, now you're audible. Yeah. I,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Second poetry is about life's lessons. We travel the yeah, thank you, ma'am. We travel the age from the childhood to the puberty and different stages. So whatever I have learned during this whole span, I have just written it down. Title of the poetry is Life's Lesson, Canvas of Wisdom. Life prepares us to learn lessons with the flow of time in rhythm. Each milestone crossed in life is an earmark of wisdom earned. From the young age to maturity, I faced unannounced storms and turbulence, and learned to sail. Puberty encompasses the first crush at the high school prom. I was dancing on the floor of the main hall. Breaks up and failures teach the best lessons at the young age. Gracing the age with improved learning abilities, I was hugging the imperfections with grace. Resilience supports to each one more learning in life's mosaic. The journey from true friendships to fake friendships to situationships showed the chaos, fear, laughter, and tears. True soulmate and companionship is the discovery I made. High ambitions and firing desires made me uncover the hidden paths and reach them higher. Growing up with the age made me more patient and calm. I transformed myself to have dreams and make them come true. In the middle age, heading towards half a century, I feel proud as I have crafted my life as a masterpiece on the canvas of life journey with engravings of learnings and wisdom I gathered during these years. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Very nice. Nice poem.
It's a beautiful poem.
And it was like a beautiful journey. You
Yeah.
must have felt nostalgic also. And there's towards the end, the way you concluded, like there's lots of satisfaction and contentment within you, which is reflected in the conclusion of the poem as well.
Indeed.
Now, for round two, I will request Dr. Sudipta Mishra ji to render her poem.
Thank you, Rupali ma'am. Like Kambli ma'am, my poem is also based on life's journey. This is a universal thing, and her poem was, I think, autobiographical, and my poem is based on universal pain, agony, happiness, joy, and everything. Okay, the title is Life After Life. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Life After
Everyone
Life.
else can hear? Yeah, please proceed.
In a circle of life after life, birth after birth, we spend our days here in this mortal field. With difficulties, I have survived in this mortal world. Now, I long for a departure, severely damaged by the cycle of birth, death. I don't know about my afterlife. With frequent intervals, I have lost my loved ones. They leave me without any reason. I scream and wail at their deathbed. Someone consoles me to wait. How long will I wait? Exhausted with the monotony of life, on their graveyards I moan and groan. After some days, I travel to the same place to feel their essence, to touch the bush that carries the lofty message, feel the eternal sense, spread the mysterious knowledge, unravel the preaching of magnificent sages, reflect and think about the saying of the saints. Close thy eyes, think of the old masters, the forgotten heroes. I came to the understanding that the mission of our existence is to achieve divinity. There is nothing more beautiful than this in this world. Thank you. It's over.
That was a very philosophical poem. And another, as you say, about a life journey. You visited many different possibilities also, and things which you experienced, and you have penned it so well. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, for round two, I would like to invite Dr. Rakesh Chandraji to recite his poem.
Thank you, ma'am. Journey of life is measured by the time. And as we say, time is the best healer. So that is the title of my poem, Time is the Best Healer. Dark clouds of agony still hover. Dark clouds of agony still hover in your beautiful eyes. And wind of joy has yet to blow. Long are the hands of death which take away our beloved ones. Long are the hands of death which take away our beloved ones and leave for us on the gloomy earth the trampled flowers of joy and beauty. But shorter not are the hands of time. But shorter not are the hands of time which reach us in snail's pace to care us gently our bruised souls, and like a mother with unending love, she wipes the stains of horrid past and move and help us move to happier goals. And like a mother with unending love, she wipes the stains of a horrid past and helps us move to happier goals. Dark clouds of agony still hover in your beautiful eyes. The wind of joy has yet to blow. Thank you, ma'am.
Very beautiful poem, Rakesh ji.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is that is the essence of life. That time is the best healer, and you have portrayed it very beautifully. Very
Thank you,
beautiful.
ma'am. Thank you.
And the different figures of speech which you used, and apart from using that, the emotions also it carried, means it was a beautiful balance of emotions and wordplay beautifully.
Thanks, ma'am.
Now for round two, I would request Dr. Subuhi Jafar ji to present her poem.
Thank you, Rupali ma'am, for inviting me again. So we know that anything in excess is not good. That is actually bad. Whether it's food, work, exercise, or social media. We in this live chat are together because of social media, but people are getting addicted to it day by day. Their daily routine has been hampered, affecting their mental and physical health, collectively known as social media disorder and ostracism. So my next poem is based on this topic only, that is brunt of social media. Initially, it gave voices to voiceless souls, but then it distracted people from their goals. The home went silent, the world went silent. People are talking and laughing only on the chat room. They show up on social media even if their heart doesn't ask, displaying contents of their life that is covered with a mask, hiding all the defeats, sorrows, and ugly part, share all the joys, feelings, and pictures with an emoji of heart. They are forced to like and follow others' account. They recheck their own account for some new updates, comments, and applause, wasting time and killing peace of mind without self-awareness, posting pictures of animal and charity just to show off their kindness. Libraries are running on a zero crowd. Books and links of all the info are available on the account, creating an illusion of knowledge and resources, mesmerized by mobile, swamped in swank, flaunt, and being illustrious. That's all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a very relevant topic. It will resonate with many people, and it's the, you can say, harsh reality, and it's like double-edged, like no, a two-way thing. Like social media has its own pros and cons.
Yeah,
As you said, every person should understand like where to control, exercise control, and not
yeah.
anything in
Hmm.
excess makes a mess.
That
So
LOC is very important. You should know when to stop. That LOC is very important.
yes,
But that is
absolutely.
very impossible to reach, impossible to
Mhm.
control others. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somewhere every person needs to go for self-control.
Yes, self-control.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for an average person, social media appears
Mhm.
to have all the solutions for all the problems of humanity.
Yes. Yeah.
That is why everybody is addicted so much to social media.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
Yes. And somewhere information data that is getting more priority, and knowledge as that is getting a back seat. So it is, that is somewhere a sad part.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, people have stopped memorizing things. They are totally dependent on Google, that
Yeah.
they will just type and find out their solution. So matlab, there is no need to remember things or memorize those events or dates or anything like that.
Exactly.
Now we move on to our next participant, and I would like to invite Somdatta Mitraji to recite her poem.
Thank you, Rupali ji, again for such a warm welcome. Uh, I would like to relate that I am also a very much admirer of Maya Angelou, and I really get attracted with all her poems and quotes. And from there, I have taken up one of the very, very most touching and sensational line from one of her poems, relevant poems. Still like air, I will rise. So that is the title of my next poem. Still like air, I will rise, caballed together to whiff of a superiority, addicting in a temerity to suppress my voice. You may torment me with rebukes and tear me apart with a nonchalance. You may be diligent to circumvent my strengths for a calumny. You may leave enormous scars with your subterfuge. Still, I will find my path of righteousness and accept the challenges to kindle a motivation. Like a wildfire, my undaunted courage will augment. Like a peacock, I will dance in the rains, opening my plumage to reveal my beauty in brains. And still, like air, I will rise. Still, like a lightning, I will cause a thunder for the world to know that pecans are the effete and the parasites in our society. You expected to prioritize your choices over others, segregating me with innumerable quotas. Do you deplore my dusky complexion, or my exuberance and vivacity bother your social dignity? Out of my struggles and experiences I rise. Out of my sufferings and vexation I rise. Out of the determination to soar high, I stretch my wings to fly high, rising and gliding to find my destination, to prove my worth to the whole world, to reply those ridicules that has hurt me, while I embrace the humiliations that tore me. Still, I am resolved to build a paradise, despising your hatred and hostility. Like air, I will rise to pen the world for the deserved, and my work will bedizen my spirits. As I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Beautiful, Somaji, and you are still rising in your poetic efforts. You are continuously rising in your poetic endeavors.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Mm. That should be the spirit of everybody.
Yes, that's true. That's true, sir.
Mm. Very
It was
nicely
a
put
very
up.
yes, the presentation, the way the emotions you could convey so beautifully. through your voice modulations. Beautiful. And it was a very, you can say, a very motivational, vibrant poem. Everyone, like, actually people, even if they're feeling now, right now, someone might be feeling sleepy, they will rise. Like, it's that kind of energy you could generate.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm deeply touched with the this gesture of yours, because it gives me a kind of spirit to again rise further. With that, I would again invite our wonderful host for the evening today, Rupali ji, for her next presentation of her poem. The mic is all yours, the stage is all yours, and we are here to listen to you.
Thank you, Somdattaji, for the lovely introduction. This the poem which I'm presenting is somewhere about gambling and a gambler, and I would present it in two parts, because actually these are two micro poems which I had written, I think in 2020 or 2019, few years ago. And but those poems were written in a span of few days. So that's why I felt like merging these two micro poems into one. So part one, I will recite first of that poem. A gambler is a risk taker who plays with destiny. He celebrates when he wins. He doesn't fail to rise after a fall. He knows that another rule of a dice, destiny can change. Another gift of Lady Luck, the gambling soul can earn bucks. No wonder the gambler at heart roams and rambles about luck, destiny, and chance. He tries his best to enhance his bank balance. Now, this is the part two. The numbers are static. The roulette is kinetic. The energy would start with the part two. The numbers are static. The roulette is kinetic. The energy is dynamic. A day in a casino can make a gambler a numero uno or deplete his cash to zero. Life is like gambling. It is a game of chance where you enhance your prospects or dwindle them. In life, you will get a second chance more often than in gambling. So be wise. All eyes on the dice. Thank you.
A very, very innovative topic you have taken and chosen, and that gives us a magnetic effect to the society over this practice. And the kind of message that you have delivered through your beautiful poetry really impacts all of us. Thank you so much for the sharing.
The message is keep your eyes glued to the dice.
Exactly. It's so true. It's so true.
So symbolic, Rupaliji. Excellent rendition.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good poem with a nice message.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we are reaching the end of this open mic, and I take this opportunity to thank each one of you for spending time with us and reciting your lovely poems and covering so many different themes and topics. And I wish you all the best in your writing journey as well. And on behalf of Poesy Tales, Anupama Kadwadji, Ajay Vermaji, and Kunda Mamji, I take this opportunity to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Good night, everyone. Good night,
You
everyone.
hosted the program very well. Very well. You are an
Thank you, sir.
excellent host.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rupali ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Rupali ji, before we leave,
Ye-
can we pay gratitude to Anupama ji and the whole admin team?
Yes, surely,
I have,
please.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have written the
Yes.
gratitude poetry, so I just wish to recite it. It's the right time, so we can pay the gratitude from all of us to all of the whole admin team of Poesy Tales. Anupama ji, this is for you and the whole team, and I take the privilege on the behalf of all of us. The title of the poetry is Gratitude Log. I open the pages of my gratitude log. I feel myself at solace and peace, like windy, smoothly, gentle fog. I pay my thanks between the lines. Heartfelt gratitude is paid with high ranks. Each word I write is a moment of grace, filled with thanks, a gentle reminder of blessings from them, filling up vacated spaces. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was very beautifully written and heartfelt, and a beautiful poem on gratitude. So now, with this beautiful poem, we will say good night and depart from here and meet again next time.
Sure.
Good night, everyone. Thank you,
Thank you,
Anupama
Good
ji.
everyone.
night.
Thank you, Rupali ji. Thank you, Anupama ji.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
Thank you, sir.